There was a moment when everything you built, everything you believed in, collapses. And in that collapse, in that absolute darkness, when no one was there, he was. I was at the bottom of a pit. I dug myself into my own two hands, and I couldn't understand why the plans I made kept falling through the cracks. And the facts of my reality were stacking up against me, and the enemies I faced were both outside and inside me. Internally, I'm wrestling with a version of myself that kept on testing every limit that I had, and I was past it every prayer I sent to heaven felt like it was hitting ceiling. Every feeling in my body said that nobody was listening, but I kept speaking in the silence. I kept seeking through the violence of a world that wanted nothing more from me than just compliance. And I cried out in the midnight when the weight became unbearable. And I swear to you the answer came from somewhere indescribable. Something shifted in the atmosphere, something lifted in the spirit, felt it in the places I was alone. And I knew, right then I knew I wasn't fighting this alone. I never was. God saw me through in my lowest moment. I had nothing left, he was the closest. When the world walked out and left me broken, he stepped in and he spoke it. God saw me through in my lowest moment. Every valley, every dark and hopeless, he was there, I just couldn't see it, till he brought me through, believe it. God saw me through. God saw me through. God saw me through. Yeah, I remember standing in the kitchen at 2 in the morning, staring at the bills I could never seem to manage, and the damage of the choices I had made was on the table. And I'm praying with the last piece of a faith that felt unstable. But departure is a feeling, not a fact, and I know that now because he never left the room. He just was quiet in the back, watching over every single step. I almost stumbled, watching every tear that tumbled down my face into the floor of my affliction. In the middle of the mess, he was already writing the prescription for the healing, for the feeling of a breakthrough and the making. And the winning was a hard, felt the waiting, had he questioning my worth. Had me wrestling habits on the cold November earth. But he saw me, he always saw me, even when I couldn't see myself. He saw me, God saw me through at my lowest moment. When I had nothing left, he was the closest. When the world walked out and left me broken, he stepped in and he spoke it. God saw me through at my lowest moment. Every valley, every dark and hopeless, he was there, I just couldn't see it, till he brought me through, believe it. God saw me through. God saw me through. God saw me through at my lowest moment. The lowest moment of your life is not the end of your story. I know the silence from heaven feels like rejection, but silence is not absence, and darkness is not abandonment. He still moved, he still came through. Not when I expected it, not how I planned it, but he came through. Hold on, because God does not bring you in the lowest moment to leave you there. Now I'm living in the proof of every promise that he made me in the darkest of my days. And I'm saying what I'm saying, cause somebody needs to hear the testimony of a man who hit the floor and found a reason. Now I'm breathing on a level that I never breathed before me, and I'm free now, genuinely free. He restored what the enemy destroyed. He filled with the world left void. He turned every sorrow into joy. Every weapon formed against me he employed as a lesson. Every trial was a blessing in disguise. Every tear I cried was water for the harvest of my rise. And I rise, I rise, I rise, with the evidence of heaven in my eyes. God saw me through at my lowest moment. When I had nothing left, he was the closest. When the world walked out and left me broken, he stepped in and he spoke it. God saw me through at my lowest moment. Every valley, every dark and hopeless, he was there, I just couldn't see it, till he brought me through, believe it. God saw me through. God saw me through. God saw me through at my lowest moment. He sees you in the kitchen at 2 a.m. in the silence that feels like it will never end. He sees you. Your lowest moment is not your last moment. God saw you through.